Good evening and welcome to Mountain State Music from the Daily 304 and Folklore Music Exchange. We are coming to you from Appalachia, from Almost Heaven, from Charleston, West Virginia, bringing you West Virginians playing West Virginia music live from the Folklore Stage at 1025 Quarrier Street at Folklore Music Exchange. Here's a big West Virginia welcome to you from Mountain State Music, the West Virginia Department of Commerce, and the Daily 304. For those at home, we are bringing you a live concert to your couch. So, sit back and relax, and thank you for connecting with the Daily 304 on social media or wherever you get your podcasts. Later tonight in the second part of the show, we will feature Friendly Fire. But first, bringing you stories in song with notes of rock, soul, pop, and funk, help us give a big welcome to West Virginia native and Nashville recording artist Alexander Nicole.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's so exciting to be here. It's an honor. I'm just super stoked to share the stage with these guys and see them play later. And I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to kick it off with a song called Storyteller. So this is just a little bit about, I guess, who I am. If you don't know who I am as a person or a songwriter, this is a little bit of background about me. Once upon a young girl's dream, the world was wider than it seemed, with fiery skies and oceans blue. She set out to tell it true. Oh, 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 oh. She lived her legends near and far, held every win and every scar, wrote down the yarn, and pretty soon those words were wrapped up in a tune. So storyteller, tell your tale. Say what it is you have to say. Storyteller, sing your song. Don't let the music fade away. If you can paint or write or rhyme, you've got the power to bottle time. But you must use your powers well. The world is shaped by what you tell. So storyteller, tell your tale. Say what it is you have to say. Storyteller, sing your song. Don't let the music fade away. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's true, I'm a storyteller too. 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 So storyteller, tell your tale. Say what it is you have to say. Storyteller, sing your song. Don't let the music fade away. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you, guys. This next song is actually quite an old song of mine. It was inspired by a very, very good friend of mine, and it kind of took a little nugget of truth and turned it into something else, but this is, I guess you could say it's one of my very few love songs that wasn't about a love at all. So this one's called Firework.
Bound to make a little sense every once in a while. I can't find words to tell you how I feel every time that you smile. 'Cause darling, you love me true, you love me loud. Oh, and all that I want to do is make you proud. So you be the match, and I'll be your firework, baby. You be my steady beating drum. I'll make sure you always have a song to hum. You be the switch, I'll be the light that lights up your world. You be my boy, I'll be your girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, sometimes I try to think of what life would be like without you. I can't get by one single day not thinking about you. 'Cause darling, you love me true, you love me loud. Whoa, and all that I want to do is make you proud. So you be the match, and I'll be your firework, baby. You be my steady beating drum. I'll make sure you always have a song to hum. You be the switch, and I'll be the light that lights up your world. You be my boy, I'll be your girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Thank you so much. This is a brand new song that I just wrote with a friend of mine down in Nashville. His name is Pete Salas, and we were running through some ideas about some songs to write for a new record. And I was talking about some things about the Civil War because I'm a complete history nerd. And he said, well, what about an uncivil war? Kind of like that. And so this kind of just came out. We cranked this song out, and we were both just kind of sitting there looking at each other like, hey, that actually is awesome. We love it. So this is actually one of my favorite songs, something co-written by a friend. This is called Uncivil War.
Used to dream about forever. Now we're staring down the barrel of surrender. Who's gonna wave the white flag first? Who's gonna make it hurt worse? We drag ourselves out of the trenches We put up our best defenses. All that love we used to feel has turned into a battlefield. And I'm civil war. What are we fighting for? Ain't no winners, only losers. Lovers can't be choosers. Let's lay our weapons on the floor. It's another civil war. Maybe there's a piece of us worth saving. After our hearts have done their breaking. But to give up and say goodbye is the only way we survive this uncivil war. What are we fighting for? Ain't no winners, only losers. Lovers can't be choosers. Let's lay our weapons on the floor. It's another civil war. Maybe we can find forgiveness here. After all the pain and smoke clears, it's an uncivil war. What are we fighting for? Ain't no winners, only losers. Lovers can't be choosers. Let's lay our weapons on the floor. It's another civil war.
Thank you guys very much. This is a fairly new song. I just wrote this one a few months back. And I'll just let this one speak for itself. I think we can all relate to it in some kind of way. It's called Stories with Endings.
I half expect you to come running down the lane and tell me that you know everything and that you feel the same, but you don't show. So I let it go. There's 100 words that I could probably say, but they won't make a difference, so I keep them locked away, and you don't know. So I let it go. And we talk about the seasons, all of the reasons we think that we're strange, and we'll share mutual friends and stories with endings we wish we could change. I check my phone about 100 times a day, and I make up excuses just so I could see your face. And do you know, thrill me so. Do you ever stop and wonder what we'd do if you would be my lover? Let me lay my love on you. Oh, do you know? Or should I let it go? And we talk about the seasons and all of the reasons we think that we're strange. And we share mutual friends and stories with endings we wish we could change. We'll just keep this up until we die. You don't have to say it, just promise you won't say goodbye. Oh, and we can talk about the seasons and all of the reasons we think that we're strange. And we'll share mutual friends and stories with endings we wish we could change. Yeah, talk about the seasons, all of the reasons we think that we're strange. We can share mutual friends and stories with endings we wish we could change.
Thank you so much. I wrote that bridge on the way here today because I was like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't have a bridge. So that's a work in progress on that bridge. But yeah, I hope you liked it. That's a new one. So this next song, I like to call this the Virginia Voodoo song. Virginia Beach is kind of a weird thing to say in a song. I don't know, it just doesn't roll off the tongue. So the basis for this story, the inspiration for this story actually took place in Virginia Beach, but for the sake of the musical aesthetic, I changed it a little bit. So this song's called Carolina Voodoo.
Well, it's true, I should have known better than to try to conjure the weather. I can see it clear, oh, clear as the crystal sea. You wanted me, now it's pouring down, so I can't see that thunder's cast a spell on me. This old boardwalk's crumbling beneath our feet. White lightning on the sand, get your hand out of my hand. I don't believe this any more than you do. It's just that Carolina voodoo. Well, I'm tired of waiting on my turn. Play with fire, you know I'm gonna get burned. Can't you see it doesn't have to be so tragic? Just let go and give in to the magic. Now it's pouring down, so I can't see that thunder's cast a spell on me. This old boardwalk's crumbling beneath our feet. White lightning on the sand, get your hand out of my hand. I don't believe this any more than you do. It's just that Carolina voodoo. Hocus pocus, I'll break free from this hold you've got on me. Hold on tight, 'cause when I do, then I'll put a spell on you. Hocus pocus, I'll break free from this hold you've got on me. Hold on tight, 'cause when I do, I'm gonna put a spell on you. Yeah. Now it's pouring down, so I can't see that thunder's brought us to our knees. This old boardwalk's crumbling beneath our feet. White lightning on the sand, get your hand out of my hand. I don't believe this any more than you do. It's just that Carolina voodoo. The Carolina voodoo. Yeah, it's pouring down, so I can't see that thunder's brought us to our knees. This old boardwalk's crumbling beneath our feet. White lightning on the sand, get your hand out of my hand. I don't believe this any more than you do. It's just that Carolina voodoo. Carolina voodoo. Oh yeah. Thank you.
So, being Mountain State music, I thought I would be remiss if I didn't share a song very close to my heart that I wrote about my home state. I have quite a few. This is a song that I wrote while I was living in New Zealand. At the time, I had no intention of coming back here. I was really happy there, but there was always that feeling, that call of home to me. And I knew that even if I never decided to come back to live, that I would always be a part of this area, this state. These mountains were as much a part of me as they are a part of any of you who have kind of grown up or lived even recently around here. You know how they kind of just get into your soul. So this song's called Home to You, and it's about being able to always come back to West Virginia no matter where you go.
Memories gather round her like old friends around a fire, telling secrets all but lost throughout the years. As the wind blows through the trees, it tells a tale of bravery, the kind of brave you only find when facing your worst fear. Moonshine, misty-eyed and sleepy, dreaming of a place where you'll never have to worry for too long. Morning comes, the sun shines through, you realize the place that you've been dreaming of is right where you've been dreaming all along. Where constellations grow from apple trees and girls fall down and skin their knees. Pretty words you wish you'd spoken, someone singing on the radio. Slowly how the time goes by under Appalachian skies. So wait for me until the fire turns blue. Mountain mama, soon I'm coming home to you. gives you peace throughout the storms. And the mighty rushing river keeps you wild. And no matter how far you may roam, her hills will always call you home. As long as stars are shining, you will always be her child. The constellations grow from apple trees, and girls fall down and skin their knees. Pretty words you wish you'd spoken, someone singing on the radio. Slowly how the time goes by under Appalachian skies. So wait for me until the fire turns blue. Mountain mama, soon I'm coming home to you. It's funny how you don't know what to say until you found yourself 12,000 miles away from where constellations grow from apple trees, and girls fall down and skin their knees. Pretty words you wish you'd spoken, someone singing on the radio. Slowly how the time goes by under Appalachian skies. So wait for me till the fire turns blue. Mountain mama, soon I'm coming home to you.
Thank you, guys. I'll just let you know as well. So, fun story about that. Well, maybe not a super fun story, but after I had my daughter about 1.5 years ago, I was laid up in bed recovering, and I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit creative. So I actually took that song and turned it into a children's book called Home to You, which is kind of fun. So my little daughter inspired that. All right. So this next song is a song about the villain of the story. So I think a lot of us can relate when we're listening or writing songs, and we're like, oh yeah, I'm definitely the good guy in that song. I would argue that most of us are probably a villain in someone's story at some point, and we just kind of need to accept that. It's okay. So I kind of wrote this song about the perspective of me being the villain in a story, and kind of owning that. So this song is called Fire in Her Eyes.
She drinks her coffee with gasoline. Get on her bad side, you know what I mean. A ticking time bomb, a smoking gun. When she gets that look, you better pack your bags and run. She'll light a match and burn you just for fun. She's got fire in her eyes and lightning in her hair. Your pain is just her vice. She takes pleasure in despair. And just when you think she's starting to play nice, the ground shakes, the thunder rolls, there's fire in her eyes. She's burning embers, you're burning lust. When she gets through with you, all that is left is ash and dust. A natural disaster, the eye of the storm. You'll be left in ruins, wishing you were never born. She'll drop 100 bombs and leave you torn, torn, torn. She's got fire in her eyes and lightning in her hair. Your pain is just her vice. She takes pleasure in despair. Just when you think she's starting to play nice, the ground shakes, the thunder rolls. There's fire in her eyes. When the smoke clears, you will find sweet disaster in your mind. You love to hate her, hate to love her. Good luck trying not to dream of her. 'Cause she's got fire in her eyes and lightning in her hair. Your pain is just her vice. She takes pleasure in despair. And just when you think she's starting to play nice, the ground shakes, the thunder rolls. There's fire in her eyes.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all having me. My name's Alexander Nicole, and enjoy the rest.
Thank you, Alexander Nicole. Look for that children's book. What a great set. Please stay tuned. We will now take a short audio break, and then we will feature Friendly Fire. We are setting up the next set, so stay tuned to Mountain State Music from the Daily 304 and Folklore Music Exchange.
When actress Gloria Swanson brought the cast and crew of the film Stage Struck to New Martinsville, West Virginia in 1925, they were greeted by a community that pitched in where needed. Townspeople played extras and helped build and decorate sets. A riverboat captain even provided a showboat for the movie's climax. One of the first films to experiment with Technicolor, Stage Struck is now a classic. It was the first movie filmed on location in West Virginia. But it wouldn't be the last. For the next 100 years, filmmakers have found the perfect canvas to tell a variety of stories. Romantic comedies, dramas, action, biographies, reality, documentaries, adventure, and sci-fi. Sometimes telling a West Virginia story, but always telling the American story. And we're prepared to help you tell your story. If location is another character in the film, then like actors, it must be ready to transform to the shape and visage you need. Dressed in the costume, wearing the makeup, sporting the attitude, ready to evoke any time or place, transporting audiences like a time machine, but so seamless in its effort that it feels like these moments were always happening there. In West Virginia, you will find financial incentives as encouraging as the state's beauty and versatility, and a team of eager players who will share your process, your goal, your dream. We will make our community your community. After all, we've been doing this for just about a century. We know what you need. Right time, right place, right now. West Virginia.
What we're best known for is our Fiesta dinnerware, and we've been making Fiesta here for over 85 years, and we've been in business for over 150 years. In those 85 years, we've done over 50 colors. What we do is we manufacture dishes. We've been doing that for quite some time here. In West Virginia, we've been here for 118 years. Our most recognizable product is our Fiesta with the bright colors, and that's sold in retailers across the country and also on several places online. I would really encourage anybody to come up and visit us and take a tour and see how we make our dishes. There's so much hand craftsmanship. Our workers take so much pride in what they do. It's really a team effort to make these dishes. Our factory is a great mix of the hand craftsmanship as well as some automation and new technology, which really makes it interesting to see. So where we're located, we're at the very top of the northern panhandle. We really would benefit being in West Virginia from the lower tax rates here as opposed to Ohio and Pennsylvania. And we also really benefit from the great hardworking culture of our West Virginia workers. Right now we employ about 300 people, and that's in the plant and our offices as well. We've experienced support from the West Virginia Department of Economic Development, firstly when we recapitalized our company, also when we modernized our equipment as well. After COVID, we had a lot of our skilled workforce go into retirement early. We are hoping to use the Governor's Guaranteed Workforce Program in the next couple of months. That'll help with training and retraining our existing workforce. The natural resources in our area, specifically the clay deposits in the area and being right on the banks of the Ohio River, are really the reasons that our business came to be here in the first place. While we don't ship on the river as we used to, we still use the river. There's a lot of water that goes into use in a pottery. I would say the thing that really sets West Virginia apart from other states is the workforce. I don't think that you'll be able to find a more dedicated and hardworking workforce anywhere else in the country. We say yes, West Virginia, because of the deep roots we've established here after being in business in West Virginia for over 100 years, and I can't imagine ever relocating.
Hi, I'm Linda Carnell. I'm an assistant state forester dealing with communication and education with the West Virginia Division of Forestry. Welcome to Envirothon. Envirothon is a contest, an environmental contest geared towards high school students. One of the really cool things about Envirothon is that it affords students a way to experience nature. They're experiencing it through forestry and soils and wildlife and aquatics. And occasionally there is a general fifth topic, something else that comes out. This year they're dealing with the adaptations of climate change.
Within the West Virginia Envirothon, the students, when they participate in the forestry section, they get to do map reading, invasive species identification, as well as tree identification. They also use their forestry skills to identify those trees, get the actual measurements from those trees to give us a volume. They really are doing the hands-on things that a real forester does out in the field.
I did the Envirothon in high school, and later on in life I went to Allegheny College of Maryland's forestry program because I went to Envirothon. And through there, I got a forestry degree and got on with the state.
Outdoor education is so important because it gets the kids out of the classroom and gives them that opportunity to use their hands and start looking at potential careers where we need individuals with those skills and abilities. Kids can meet with the aquatics people for DEP and get in streams hands-on. They can meet with us foresters and see what it's like to be a real forester in that job and in those situations. They can also work with our professionals in soils and NRCS and USDA for potential employment there as well.
Some people don't always go into forestry, but they may have a passion for wildlife management, for soil science, a hydrology career. So a lot of these things are kind of a way that kids can utilize Envirothon to take that next step into their career paths.
It's the Daily 3.
Welcome back to Mountain State Music, and thank you for joining us at Folklore Music Exchange. We're excited tonight to present to you our second act with a blend of alternative pop rock, infectious melodies, and masterful songwriting from Huntington, West Virginia. Help me give a big Almost Heaven welcome to Friendly Fire.
Hello. Have you ever lost your way, stranded on a desert plain? Your neighbors laugh and fade to gray. Honesty, it never ends, it curves around the same old bend, pretending to like your foes like your friends. Well, figure it out now. What if you believe me? Do you frequently hear what I say? It's all a gregarious game that you love to play. In turn, would you wait for me if the future was today? Forget all that you fear. The spirits are what keep you here. Your weakness is your only strength. Night falls over this dead town. The plants grow back into the ground. You wonder why you're still alive. Well, turn it around now. What if you believe me? Do you frequently hear what I say? It's all a gregarious game and you love to play. In turn, would you wait for me if the future was today? Cunning souls are never safe. Watch as the future melts away, forced to carry all this heavy weight again. You exhale and yell to yourself. What if you believe me? Do you frequently hear what I say? It's all a gregarious game that you love to play. In turn, would you wait for me if the future was today? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yep. This next song is called Stand By You. mouth and speak. So here I'll stay, I'll stay. I'll stand by you, although you never cared for me. I'll stand by you, by you. I'll stand by you, although you never cared for me. I'll stand by you, by you. Thank you. This next song is called In Vain. Looks like we lost another life. In vain, you sure put up a fight. Crossed right through to the other side. Always said we never could get too high. Too high. Looks like we crossed another line. Took a knife into a gunfight. Crossed right through to the other side. Always said we never could get too high. Too high. Crossed right through to the other side. Always said we never could get too high. So ashamed, setting at the red line. In vain, trying too hard to survive. think she might be watching, so this next song's for my daughter, Iris. It's called One Last Time. Help me out, it's time to run, but I don't wanna run. Lift me up, it's time to fight, but I don't wanna fight. Just because you'll never know everything I know. Listen up, it's time to go, but I don't wanna go. All my life feeling petrified. Every time speaking 100 million lies. Every time I'm stepping on roses and iris flowers. Every time, but I'll get back on roads I need to find. One last time. Just another lonely boy out here on his own. Hope you know I understand. You'll never fill the void. Just surround yourself with love. You'll need a helping hand to let you know it's not your fault. You know it's not your fault. All my life feeling petrified. Every time speaking 100 million lies. Every time I'm stepping on roses and iris flowers. Every time, but I'll get back on roads I need to find. One last time. Help me out my home. Help me, I'm alone. What have I become? Riding on the storm. All your own. Yes, you stayed in my home. On your own. Yes, you're standing on the road. All alone. Yes, you're standing on the road. All alone.
Thank you very much. No need for settling, so keep on pedaling faster up the street and watch them feed. I filled up with false pretense and no actual evidence or anything. It's strange it seems. If I ever go, will you hold the line for me? After all those days, will I ever know when the time arrives for me? Thrown into this daze, I missed out and teary-eyed, and it's never a surprise what you see. Do you believe? Then again it all makes sense, though you've not reminisced much with me. But you'll see, if I ever go, will you hold the line for me? After all those days, will I ever know when the time arrives for me? I'm thrown into this day. Gliding through this hopeful oblivion, I will be free and set sail and see what the next day holds for me. And if I fail a time or two, I refuse to break my stride and be abused. For these days have come and gone. If I ever go, will you hold the line for me? After all those days, will I ever know when the time arrives for me? I'm thrown into this day.
Thank you all.
This next song's off our album, Junebug. Y'all should give it a listen. If you search Friendly Fire Junebug, it'll pop right up. And everyone draws their judgment. Take all the pain and draw something beautiful. Get off your back, you turtle. Someone's gonna take her from you. I don't believe in you no more. Everyone's gonna judge, but they don't know me. They don't know me. Everyone's out for blood, but they don't know me. They don't know me.
nothing, no one's nothing. Don't know nothing about nothing. Don't know nothing about nothing. Judge, but they don't know. Don't know nothing about nothing. Don't know nothing about nothing. But they don't know. No, know nothing about nothing. Don't 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 know nothing about nothing. Thank you, guys. All right, we're Friendly Fire. We got one more for you. It's called Good Heart. We really appreciate y'all having us too. I don't know much, my love. I think I've got a good heart. I know you're my everything, but now I've got to restart. I don't know much, my dear, but I do know who you are. I know it's an endless thing, but now I've got to restart. Funny how I feel the way I feel for you. Funny how it burns, burns and it burns. Funny how I'm surprised they told me how you were. Funny how things can change, still remain the same. I don't know much, my dear, but I do know who you are. I know it's an innocent thing. Now I've got to restart. I don't know much, my dear, but I do know who you are. I know it's an innocent thing, but now I've got to restart. told me how you were. Funny how things can change, still remain the same. Funny how things can change, still remain the same. Funny how things can change, still remain the same. Funny how things can change, still remain the same. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming out. Have a great night.
Friendly Fire, thank you for bringing us those harmonies from Appalachia. To all our listeners and viewers joining us from home and those here tonight, thank you for another successful show. A huge West Virginia thank you to our artists, Alexander, Nicole, and Friendly Fire. What a fabulous show tonight. Let's hear it for them. We ask you all to help us. Take a moment to subscribe at youtube.com/daily304 or follow our social media channels or find us wherever you get your podcast. And then we challenge you, share the Daily 304 with someone who loves West Virginia as much as you do. Help change the narrative, be part of the solution. That way you can keep up to date with all our features and our next concert happening in January 2024. Live from Courier Street in Charleston, West Virginia on the Folklore Stage. That's all for now. Happy holidays. Take care, be safe, support the creative economy, and enjoy all the opportunity Almost Heaven, yes, West Virginia has to offer. See you next time.